Hey, everyone.
We're back.
We're back. We didn't know which door to pick, so we put out a call on Twitter asking y'all what door we should pick. That's actually not what we did. We've just put out a poll saying pick 1, 4, or 5 without any context. And given that prompt, 44% of you picked 4 and 55% of you picked 5, which...
Correct answer. Thank you.
That is objectively the correct answer for that, so good job. So I guess we're going to force our way into door 5. And we worked this out mathematically, right? Because what happens is, because we keep talking about how June's going to come with us, right? So that adds up to 11. So 11 would have to go to the other door. The 2 who didn't want to go through here don't have to still, but this will be interesting, us forcing our way in here.
Hey, wait.
Junpei's cry echoed across the room. 4 people walking toward the door stopped and turned back toward him.
I want to go through door 5 too.
The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up. What? What are you saying, Junpei? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you. He turned around to look at her.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Really? That's what you have to, actually, is the fun part. Why?
Well, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Well... June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt an ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions.
Please, let me go into door 5.
Seven scratched his head and looked at the young man.
Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that?
No, because, Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we're going down Junpei, we must subtract 5 from the rest of us. Snake turned to Ace. Ace, please take good care of Clover. Oh, all right, that's fine. 1 plus 4 is 5, after all.
Don't go away!
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No.
Don't be so selfish. Snake's tone was harsh.
Why?
Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. Well, here's the thing, is that they just take 7, right? She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened and he put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear. You'll be fine, just relax. It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them.
Huh? What did he tell her?
He couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring.
Okay, I understand.
Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood.
So he has more info he hasn't given.
Yes, he does.
He gave us some of the info he was given, but
and I want
all.
you to know that it's your fault on Twitter for breaking the two of them up like that. That's on y'all, not on us. We didn't do that.
Is that what's going to happen?
Before long, new teams were assembled.
Let's make sure we've got this straight. Those going to door 5 are me, 7, and Snake. 7 plus 2 plus 5 equals 14.
That's not how we figured it out, but... Because we figured June was going to come with us.
Yeah.
So, but, all right.
And the digital root of 14 is 1 plus 4, 5. And those going to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover. 8 plus 3 plus 6 plus 1 plus 4 is 22. And the digital root of 22 is 2 plus 2, 4.
Is the digital root the same thing as just the number mod 9?
Is it? That'd be cool if true.
It is, right? Because you add 9, you get back to the same digital root you were at. I'm pretty sure it's just the same as the number mod 9.
22 mod 9 is 4?
Yep.
Is it?
Yep, because 18 plus 4 is 22. And 18 divided by 9 is a whole number.
Huh. We're okay with this? No problems here.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, then.
7, Snake, and Junpei scanned their number bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks.
Leave all that's left.
It's actually on the right side of the... I can see how you might get confused by that.
Okay. All right, then. Let's go.
Junpei glanced around one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red. Okay, please be careful, though. Concern was written plainly across her face.
Oh, we will.
Junpei looked at her in the eye and gave what he had hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. We already made the wrong lever joke. I'm not going to do that again.
Pull the lever, Junpei.
No, wrong lever. With the sharp clack of a lock releasing, the door swung open.
And it's open.
For 9 seconds. Ahead of them in the small hallway were the pitiful remains of the 9th man.
Ah. That's messed up.
That was
the 9th man.
For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse and his feet would not leave the floor. 7, too, seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following.
Ah. How can you?
Well, do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you? He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at the most, slightly cocked toward one shoulder. Well, I mean, see, why are they... 7 was making like a comment like, oh, how can you do that? It's like, because blind people don't walk around the world like they're depicted in mass media. Right? That's just not how that works.
Sorry. Let's go.
Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrists of all 3 men.
Whoa.
7 and Junpei looked down at the bracelets. On both of them, snakes, a red skull had flickered to life.
Damn it, the countdown started.
They had scarcely possessed this information when processed this information. Ew, that's bloody.
Blood room.
Blood room. Blood! With a metallic slam, the numbered door behind them swung shut.
Shit, the door.
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dad?
The fear and urgency in 7's face reflected what all 3 of them felt.
How the hell should I know?
Stay calm and look around you.
Okay, I get it.
Junpei
Look around
spun
me. Just look around me.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead.
Ah,
He found it easily enough. It's on the wall next to the closed door labeled 5.
found it right here.
As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other 2 scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down.
Ah.
Ugh.
Well, it looks like it stopped.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack.
A muscle stood out in 7's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching. Junpei, are you all right in there?
Are you guys okay?
They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct from the other side of the door.
Yeah, we're fine.
The detonators have been deactivated. They heard relieved sighs, and even though through the door, the 3 men could feel the tension disperse.
All right, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
Oh.
And they've gone.
They heard footsteps moving away, and before long they were alone again.
Now,
Junpei looked around.
doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
The hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood.
Maybe this wall can be moved. Oh, it's not budging. Hey, there's a door over there.
To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle of it was a plaque that read First Class.
First class cabin, huh? Well, it seems like it.
Well, let's have a look around then, shall we? B53, it says. All right then, let's go.
Yeah?
Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. 7 followed closely behind him, and Junpei moved to follow them as well, but... He stopped just short of the threshold and looked back, not knowing why.
I don't want to look, but...
Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. Tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind.
It's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
What had once been a man's internal organs now looked so much like vomit, as though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It's hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. The black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor, the awkward twisted angle of his shredded intestines, the head wrenched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
He'd been wearing these.
The bracelet looks remarkably oh, right, because the bracelet isn't what explodes. It's the bomb in your stomach that explodes.
How'd it come off?
His arm chunked.
Hmm.
Oh, do we get a free number now? We can... Oh, I guess 9 doesn't help us with digital root stuff. We established that.
We also established they don't work anymore after someone dies.
Oh, fair enough.
I think.
All right. The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked and the frame bent or distorted. Next to the glasses lay a bracelet, the number 9 still displayed on its face.
The bracelet's off. Oh, wait. 0 did say.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are 2 ways to do so. 1, you escape from the ship. Or 2, your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship or the texture is where its heartbeat is fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
The bracelet comes off when you're dead. What the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this? Just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human. It didn't specify the bracelet shuts down. It just that it... Did it? Or
Just
did
that
it say...
it comes off.
What was the specific wording? If we scroll up like 2 more lines. How to remove the bracelets. But then it says it will shut down automatically. It's not clear to me if the bracelet can still be used to activate reds.
But again, we also established it's useless as if they work on the same rules.
If it's 9s.
If
There's
it's digital
8 other
roots.
bracelets.
Huh?
There's 8 other bracelets.
Oh.
Blood!
Blood! Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
Oh god, I feel like I'm gonna puke. I gotta get out of here.
He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none of the worse for the wear.
Huh? Where did they?
He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened one on his right and went through.
Through here?
On the other side of the door was a short hallway. Jogged down the hallway, opened the door at the other end, and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something.
Oh.
What's up? He stepped through the door and walked toward them.
Check this out. We found this thing here on the door. The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
So it would assume.
Is there any other way out? We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything. So you're telling me that unless we can open this door...
Yes, we won't be going anywhere. Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room.
This looks like a bedroom.
Then the other room is probably a living room, or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
All right, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
Oh my god! This little thing where it flickers and shows you everything right at the beginning and makes that exact noise.
Yeah.
It's the same thing it does at the beginning of every Somnium files. The exact same thing. Cool. That's our map. Alright, so we got the bedroom at the very end. There's a little hallway there. And there's 2 rooms, a bedroom, 2 rooms and 2 bath. Okay, there's 4 rooms off that. And then there's the living room we came in. Cool. I guess let's just start here.
Yeah.
Here's the bed.
A bed with a canopy. I've seen things like this in movies and stuff, but never in real life.
True, you don't see too many these days. I can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover is so fond of.
Clover wants one of these?
Yeah.
She wants a princess bed.
Didn't I say that? You think it doesn't suit her?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Ah, Junpei, judge her by appearances, will you? And well, you should not. Okay, cool. Checking under the pillows is our first thing. Score plate A. Okay. We're gonna we're gonna make a piece of music. It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity.
What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden?
Snake waited a moment before answering. I heard something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans. I noticed even the slightest of noises.
Right. Are you going to tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No, I just go into a room where a computer's running and suddenly I just get unbearably annoyed.
Not a CRT fan then, I take it.
Oh, I can't even play Smash Brothers Melee anymore. Actually, you know what? It's really cool that you see some of the accessibility stuff they added to Street Fighter 6?
No.
They added stuff that turns like the distance you are from your opponent and what side you're on to an audible sound.
Huh.
Yeah, so they're making it so you can play the game without actually being able to see your opponent.
That's cool.
Fucking rad.
That's cool.
That's rad as shit. No, such a thing would be impossible. Or by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh, yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I could run quite fast, certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident I could defeat them.
Really?
Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake, skeptical. You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try? Must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it, though.
Huh.
No, suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we? With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from Junpei. Alright, let's check the rest of this bed. Nothing under the pillow. Okay, just double checking that there wasn't anything else there. Small round chair. Looks like it probably goes to the vanity. Oh, this is Junpei narrating this stuff.
Yeah. White desk. Feels kind of fancy.
Cool. Let's check the door. Let's see what we actually need to do here.
So this is the locking thing. It's flashing red. That's usually not a good sign. Is that a microphone? It looks like a satellite dish.
Let me see. Well, judging by the feel of it, I would guess that we are meant to produce some sort of sound. And this device will sense it and unlock. Okay, that makes sense. We found a score plate, right?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Doesn't look like there's a keyhole in this door.
True, but there's some strange device in lieu of one. Man, Seven's quiet today. Did he go off to some other area of the...
Maybe.
All right, let's look over here. Oh, there's a piano. That's helpful. Look at the vanity.
It's totally a table with a mirror.
Oh, yes, you know, that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she is staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? Wow. Snake, you really know how to, make people, really know how to make people interested. Oh, what the hell? Instead of a score, there's a ship.
What's this? This isn't a score. Is this a map of the ship?
A map? There's a map of the ship here.
Yeah.
Then I imagine it'll prove very helpful. You'd best hold on to it, Junpei.
Okay.
It is now possible to use the map screen. We couldn't before. Map screen can only be viewed during the story sections. While on the map screen, you can examine a map of the ship's floor plan, which will acquire over the course of the story. Pressing LS and A will allow you to see the bird's eye view of that room. Sweet.
Cool.
Nope, that's, Oh, wait, hold on. That shows the branching path. Okay, so that's Looks like no matter which path we take, we're going to meet up in a little bit later.
That's cool.
Oh, this is neat.
Oh, our first end. Oh, wait, that's only how far you have to go. Okay.
That's 5 ends. Yeah.
That's very manageable.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What the fuck does flow mean? File, calc, flow. Oh, the flow is what you just looked at.
Yeah. An upright piano. From the feel of the wood, it must be quite old.
A piano keyboard? What is Snake doing? He can't play, can he?
Oh, piano. There's something amiss with the keys.
You mean it's out of tune or something?
No, not that. It's properly tuned. It's just, well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield to C, but rather a different note entirely. Same goes for the D keys. They play some other note.
Huh. Why do you think it's like that?
Isn't it painfully obvious? Zero modified it in some way. This piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Perhaps if we play the keys in the correct order, something will happen.
In other words, we need to play a song on the piano.
I believe so.
Huh.
Neat.
These keys are all messed up. Oh yeah, that's right. I got that score played earlier. Well, might as well put this glass plate on it. Oh,
There's something wrong.
It's kind of hard to see the notes. Maybe if I put something under them?
A background for the notes. Okay, so it won't let us do that until we've... Okay. Cool, but we know where to put that stuff now.
Is there anything in the vanity? I forget what we already...
No, it's just...
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We already looked at this. They don't yield anything different from this angle. Oh, they do yield something different from this angle. Oh. Wow, this fabric feels great. Bet that chair is really comfortable. It's a white desk. Snake is rubbing it. Oh, this is a high-quality desk. Teak or perhaps mahogany.
Wow, how can you tell?
Oh, no, I'm just fucking with you now.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I have my
that's
ways. Yeah, okay, yeah. So this one leads to one of the bathrooms, and this one leads to one of the side... Oh, no, this is one of the side rooms. Okay, let's take a look in this room. The safe is locked in here.
It's one of those dial locks. I'm here too. Did you forget about me?
I admit that I did.
It don't have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll open. Did you find anything, Seven? Nope. How about you, Snake?
I also found nothing.
Huh.
Okay, so safe with the dialogue. We won't be able to open it until we know the right number. Yeah, okay. Score plate C. All right.
What about those briefcases? A leather suitcase.
There's nothing inside, I can tell by the weight, and it makes no noise when shaken. Yeah, but if there was, like, a piece of paper or something in there. What we got over here?
It's a light switch. Nothing happens when I press it.
All right, here's the bathroom.
Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Nothing coming out.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
We got the faucet on all the way, but I can't hear anything. The lights, huh? Nope, don't look like there's anything hidden there. Testing. Hey, it's great to see y'all here. I just flew in from New York, and boy, are my arms tired. Yes, thank you, I'll be here all week. Try the veal. That's not a mic, Seven. It's just a shower head. What? What the hell?
Classy.
This faucet must be for putting water in the bathtub.
Honestly, the thing that seems rudest about all this is that there weren't any, like, complimentary bottles of water at the very beginning. Because, like, you don't want people to die of dehydration during your death game.
Yeah.
That's not what they should be focusing on, right? And maybe, like, put a porta potty or something around so that, like, you don't want them focusing on that stuff.
Yeah, give them a porta potty, some water, some hors d'oeuvres.
Right? Like maybe like a protein bar or
maybe
something.
a little light music.
Yeah, like...
The bathtub's full of water. Is there ash or something in this water? It looks kind of gray. Let's just pull the plug. No, hold on. Maybe we can, I don't know, use it for something? Use it for something?
Huh.
Bathtub's full of gross, cloudy water.
No? Okay, well...
Hmm.
Well, we're told to hold on to it for now, so I guess we won't.
Something's bothering 7. Maybe I'll hold off on pulling this plug for a moment.
Fair enough. Was that everything in there? I feel like that was everything.
Everything at first glance.
Okay.
And we can't, like, turn around at all in here or anything.
No.
Okay.
We can only move in the directions shown by the directional things or by interacting with the thing.
Okay.
Right, so that turns us back around. Okay, well, let's just look at this screen first.
This is some sort of antique desk. Makes sense, though, I guess. This whole room's full of antiques. You could get a nice handful of cash for all the stuff in here. An old-fashioned desk adds a little class to the room.
Look at the light. No, how about the chair?
Somebody spent a lot of time carving the legs of this chair. It'll snap like a twig if 7 sits on it, though. Mind your own business.
All right.
There's a couple of lights on the wall here. Hey, Junpei, where are you going? Didn't we come out of that door? No point in going back there. All that's out there and locked number door and dead body, or what's left of it. Yeah. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score printed on the front of it. Score, that's gotta mean musical score. If that's true, then the score we just found was probably in here. At least at some point.
Can we not take it to, like, put them back together? Okay. Guess you put sheet music in it? Can we
Interesting.
combine these in our inventory?
Interesting. Seems like no.
Okay. Well, remember that's there.
It's a chair.
I'm glad you showed up to tell us that, 7. Oh. Oh, that perspective shift was weird. So we're moving around the table a little
Yeah.
bit when we do that. Okay, I see.
There's an iron grate in front of the fireplace. There's an iron grate in front of the fireplace. There's something behind it.
Okay.
A fireplace, huh? Don't see one of these too often. Aren't a lot of people these days with real fireplaces and real fires.
All right. So...
Do we have a cup to get water so we can put the fire out and grab the score?
Maybe.
This couch looks just big enough for 3 people. Looks perfect for me. What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. The couch looks a lot more elegant.
Wow, rude, Junpei.
Hey, there's something you aren't saying. Never mind.
Wow, rude, Junpei.
Oh, is there anything in the vase? Ah, get it. You're gonna use this vase, right? That's pretty clever, Junpei. We just gotta fill this thing with water.
Cool.
Looks like a vase. Maybe you could use that.
Just wanted to make sure there was nothing in it. This is the other storage room? Okay, this is the other storage room.
Well, let's take a look. This is a suitcase made of leather the color of rich mahogany. Well, shoot. Looks like there's nothing in it. Looks like there's something inside this cabinet.
Ah! G. Oh, they're the notes. Okay. Oh, we can get to the other door from here.
There's some toilet paper on the wall there. Nothing that looks suspicious.
Hanging the wrong way, though.
It's a toilet. Full of light bulbs. Don't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank.
All right. Really? Nothing strange?
Did you get the can of light bulbs from interacting with the toilet, or is that something else?
I don't think you got it from... I remember a can of light bulbs, but it's that was from Silent Hill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you got it from the toilet, though.
The toilet was something different,
You had to use
wasn't
a can opener to get in it.
Yeah. Junpei, look. There's a hand coming out of the toilet. Just a joke there, kid. Not funny, man. I'm too old for this shit. Incontinence is a problem many older men struggle with, but there's help. A clean bathroom. There's nothing in the toilet bowl or the tank.
I like those two. They have good energy. All right, let's... Oh.
All right, shouldn't be too hard to fill this vase up.
Vase filled with water.
Oh no, it's like a canteen with a hole in it.
Just turn it upside down. It's literally fine then.
I've got a vase filled with water. It's heavy. I can't just throw it at the grate, though. I gotta pour the water right onto the fire itself. Hey, Junpei, what's this? The Thinker by Auguste Rodin? Right on.
So, wait, what do you want?
Huh.
What do you want from us? What?
Is there anything else interactable in that vicinity? How would we get the grate open?
Yeah, I'm confused.
There's got to be something we're missing. Got to be some way to get the grate open.
Huh. Is there anything on this panel here? Nope.
What about those switches?
Which switches?
The ones on the wall. Oh, those aren't switches. Never mind. Those are lamps.
Oh, yeah, those are lamps. Yeah, I'm very confused.
Yeah, well, clearly there's something that we were missing, so let's keep looking around. It's a leather suitcase. Dang, nothing in there. Oh, that's interesting. So we can look at the second one down in the stack, which means in the earlier room where we looked at one suitcase, there was a second we could look at.
Yeah, let's do that real quick.
It's a leather suitcase.
Unfortunately, there's nothing inside. And we still have this without the combination. All right. Yeah, you do. You have the fucking thing in the other room that... All right. What are we missing here? What are we...
Chair, huh?
Huh.
What about the couch? What if there's some way... Gotta be some way to get that grate open. What would it be? What would it be? And clearly it's...
Yeah.
not gonna be what we're already looking at here. There's gotta be something else that we have not noticed.
Hold on, we got our water, right? Can we pull the plug now?
All right, why don't we just drain this water? Yeah, good plan. All right, where's that thing? A good tug ought to be enough to get it out. Huh?
Okay, score plate D.
There's nothing in the bathtub anymore. Okay. This faucet is really hard to turn. Man, doesn't matter how hard I yank on it, this thing won't budge. Odd for you to turn, kid. How about you let a man give it a shot? Nah. Damn it, nothing. Might as well be a damn rock. Looks like something's holding that knob in place. Well, if you can't do it, 7, guess we might as well give up.
Huh, okay. Nothing in the bathtub anymore. Okay. Then...
Look at the mirror? No, okay. Light fixtures seem ordinary. Okay. 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 Some toilet paper and a dispenser.
Yeah, nope, nothing there. Okay. Man.
Let's take a look back in here. Bed, chair, the desk, fancy desk.
Okay, because the last time it was just something we didn't realize we could look at.
Yeah. What about the... We saw switches in the hall. We tried one of them.
They both highlight when you... See?
Yeah. Let's try it again. Okay, now let's look back. Oh. I was thinking, let's see just in case it changes something in the other room. When we pressed
okay.
It. It's like, what if that controls the grade and we didn't know it? Okay, it does not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Old-fashioned desk. Did he say meow?
I think he did. Couldn't tell you why, but... Huh.
Okay.
Yeah, there's got to be something interactable I don't really... What?
Oh, were we just putting it in the wrong fucking spot? About time, buddy. Let's do it.
We were clicking on the grating and not the fire.
Here we go. Good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. All right, I'll just pull this out now.
I feel like a dumbass now.
Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves.
As Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket,
Oh.
7 cried out and stumbled, his balance lost. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself and avoid the floor, but his face was flushed and he looked startled.
Hey, 7, what the hell was that? Are you all right? Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all.
7 rubbed a couple of fingers across his brow and then shook his head as if to clear it.
What the hell's wrong with me? First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason. Memory loss?
Junpei couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. 7, for his part, seemed unconcerned.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up. Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Huh.
Whoa.
So that's why he was acting weird earlier. He was like, oh yeah, I got captured in the same way all y'all did.
Yeah. Whoa. Wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right? Yeah, I guess so. Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you? If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I? Oh. Yeah, I guess that's true.
Sassafras. Junpei paused for a moment, then stared at 7.
Are you telling the truth? Huh? Well, you look pretty calm for someone who doesn't remember anything. If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something? Well, sure, I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D deck, but that was a while ago. I had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble worrying about it. After all, why worry about something I can't change? Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever. I figure it'll work itself out eventually. That's it. That's it. All right, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
Good on you, Seven. Seven gave Junpei a look. The younger man wasn't sure how to interpret, and then turned to walk away.
How are you fine with something like that?
Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his reassurances very reassuring. Can we not put him back in the thing? No? Okay. Well, we got the score plate now. We should be able to play this thing, right?
Yeah. The music stand seems as good a place as any to put the music we found. Just got to put the ceramic plate on the bottom and then stack the glass plates on top of it. All right, good. Sweet. Now I can play the music.
Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I am unable to, you see. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but keys on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to determine which keys to strike. Do you understand?
Yeah, all right, let's give this a shot.
How do you expect me to...
It'll tell us. That was a little flat.
Oh, wait, hold on. What are the notes anyway? We only have 5 notes to work with, right? We have what? F, A, G. Okay, so that one's the first one. Good, I love memorization. Oh. Nope.
It's one of the ones that was earlier. I think. No, I lied.
Black keys don't do anything? Okay. There it is. Oh, I see. So. Wait, we literally just go up like that?
Seems like it. Do.
So this one. This one. And then this one. Right. There we go.
I used
Oh,
to
it's
have
literally. It's the
the sound alarm clocks make.
do 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 do. Nice.
What is that little tune?
I forget what
The
it's
clock-
called. It
the
does have a
clock
name
tune.
though.
And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise?
Oh, Junpei, we did it. Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go.
Good plan. Stand. Bow. Be seated.
it's the school bell.
Well, I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny.
Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? I don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero must certainly meant to suggest Westminster.
Westminster.
Not middle school.
That's what it's from. Westminster.
The palace in London that plays the host these days to the Houses of Parliament. You put a Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour.
London. The capital of England, huh?
At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let us leave this place immediately. Rad.
Capital of England. All right, let's go.
Yeah, see, we're getting the hang of it. We just got to be very specific about what we're poking now.
We never got the numbers for that one. Save.
You found it. We never did.
Interesting.
Oh. That safe was just kind of... Well, it doesn't appear that we're done yet. So let's...
I wonder if the rooms are different depending on who goes into them, if there are like 2 ways for some of them.
Maybe.
And maybe if we hadn't gone in, the other group of people would have solved it a different way so that the info we got when they got out wouldn't... I don't know.
Maybe. He came out of the door and into a long, straight hallway.
Another hallway? Huh.
He paused for a moment and turned around to look behind him.
That should do it.
7 was bent over, apparently doing something to the door.
What's he up to?
Junpei had spoke more or less to himself, but apparently 7 had turned anyway. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei.
I was just putting one of those plates in there. It ought to keep the door from locking again. Now we can come back here anytime we want, right?
Oh, why would you want to come back here? Snake was a reasonable one. 7 thought about it for a moment before he answered.
I might like to play a little piano. Piano? Oh, come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet.
Without waiting for an answer, 7 started off down the hallway. Well then. Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed 7. So, that's a lie, Junpei thought to himself.
Can't say I could ever imagine 7 playing the piano.
7 might have also recognized that safe in there.
Yeah. He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess. But why would he want to leave the door unlocked then? I have no clue. Hey, wait for me.
Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, then walked away towards his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area.
Whoa, a metal grate?
A large metal grate like the door of a jail divided it in half.
Why is this thing... Ah!
They shook it for a while, but as they expected, it did not move.
Figures. Ah, those elevators over there. No way to know if they're working or not from here. Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate.
Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open. Sounds like it's locked to me.
Yep.
Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room.
Stairs leading down. They're blocked by the grate, though.
But this here seems accessible.
So we can open it? No, I think it's locked too. Look.
In the center of the door was a small keyhole. Next to the keyhole, a small symbol had been carved into the metal.
Oh, looks like only women can get through this door.
Well, I didn't want to tell anyone this, but...
It's alright, it's alright. Anybody got some estrogen?
Oh, the titty skittles, as they call them.
I'll take one for the team.
It's just like, oh, I love that. It's like, yeah, it's okay. I'll do it. I'll take it.
What's this mark? The female symbol?
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Well, I mean, in this context, since we've been using planetary signs, it's more likely the sign for Venus, the planet.
I'm your fire, your desire.
Yes, I am your fire and your desire. And Snake naturally was somewhat more sure. Oh, the Venus symbol, I imagine. See? Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway?
Recall the what?
Large stairway? Senway?
No. The stairway seemed pretty clear.
The large central stairway.
Yeah, that seemed clear enough.
The similar symbols?
The what?
The symbols?
The what?
The symbolers?
Oh, you should have just said so.
We gotta stop doing this thing where we get... Oh. The symbolers. God damn it. They reference many of the solar bodies.
Oh, that's right. The Sun, Saturn, and Earth.
So as you can see, that one is likely.
Not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
So I assume.
Huh. Hold on, where's 7?
While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized 7 had slipped away. His absence now felt, Snake and Junpei turned to look for their missing companion.
Ah, there he is, down that hallway.
7 had left them to head down the hallway, extending to the right of the stairs.
This way, Snake, follow me.
Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after 7. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a door.
I wonder if this door will.
It was a French door.
How about that? It opens.
Junpei tested the door and realized that unlike so many others they'd encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open.
I forgot how to say door in French, but imagine that we had switched right there
Okay.
to keep the door comfortable.
Okay. He stepped inside.
Oh, wow.
It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings.
Is this some kind of casino? Sure looks like one.
Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door that just come through. Well, this is troubling. As Seven and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration, then kicked the door for good measure. Seems we are once again locked in. There was no reason to panic, however.
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
So we must find another exit then.
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling, let's go, quickly now.
Spurred to action by Seven's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room.
It's interesting how Seven always seems to want to get away from the others while looking.
Yeah.
He separated from us in the last area. He separated from us as soon as we got to this area, and now that we're locked in, he wants to separate from us again. And he's lying about his reasons for wanting the door unlocked to go back to the first area. Does he have info about what's in these locked safes?
Maybe. The chair goes to the poker table. Feels weird.
Feels really soft. This door is shut tight. It won't open.
Won't open? Well, at any rate, this gate is very impressive. Feels like, granite. Seems to be elaborately decorated in
Ow.
several places. You all right there?
Yeah, I bashed my head on the microphone
Why?
by accident.
Why was your head down by the microphone stand?
It's unclear.
It's a shame I cannot see it. All right. Ooh, that music though.
Light puzzle. It's shedding quite a bit of light. It's lit up by the lights. Wait, when those two lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. What's that thing that's up
hold
top?
on, there's a card up there, isn't there?
Didn't think I'd find a card here.
Okay, hold on.
6 of spades.
Coin bag, huh?
Anything else in the fireplace? Firewood, nothing else.
Let's remember what this pattern was. It was clover,
Club, diamond, heart.
club, diamond, heart. Okay. Oh, I know the playing card.
Another spade. Wait, that was a diamond? Sorry, I didn't see it well.
So they're both clubs.
What, that's a spade. Okay, they're both spades.
Yeah, sorry. I know my playing cards.
Nothing on the table. Standard run-of-the-mill chairs.
Is there anything else we see from this angle without moving anywhere?
Square poker table, there's nothing on it. It's a chair. Yep, totally a chair.
It feels like a chair. Nothing more, nothing less. I love that they all have to join in whenever there's a chair to be discussed. Alright, let's,
Well, will you look at that. Someone left a bottle of booze here. Don't mind if I do. Glug, glug, glug. Ah, oh, that hits the spot. Feels like my throat's burning. Damn, he really drank it. We don't even know how long it's been there. There's a bottle with some booze in it sitting on the counter. One more sip? I don't think so. I'm cutting you off, pal. Oh. There's something on the counter. Looks like a card. A playing card.
Okay, we got a 7. Cool.
All spades. And we're getting like a straight of them, huh? Counter's pretty well polished. Huh? A playing card.
This one's a 4. 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. We didn't actually investigate that one. Let me just in case.
There's a whole lot of glasses on that shelf. Doesn't look like there's anything else back there, though.
Yeah, I hope no one's getting dehydrated. Let's look
Is
around.
that vase there are some chairs. They seem perfectly normal and cherry.
I tried interacting with it from the other angle and it didn't work. Let me try from this angle. No.
Okay.
It really does look like it is, doesn't it? But you saw me try to interact with it when we were at the other angle, so it's just not.
That square table, it looks like a mahjong table.
Do you play Mahjong 7?
Maybe. I don't remember exactly, but I do remember a couple hands and some of the rules, so I figure I must have played it at some point.
Excellent. Once we vacated this vessel, I should like to play a game with you.
Can you, play?
So long as you tell me which tiles I'm eliminating, yes, I believe I have at least enough skill to defeat an amateur. However, I must ask you to remove the red tiles when we play.
Oh.
I don't know what the significance of that is, but... Does look like a Mahjong table, but it's probably for poker, nothing on it. Okay.
Check out that stained glass.
How beautiful.
What? Huh?
Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure. Stained glass recessed into the wall. See at the
All I can see in there is lighting fixtures. Probably means the stained glass doesn't look outside. There is something on the table. Alright, can we combine those into a flush? Oh, suddenly 7 began to speak. Sorry, not a flush, a straight.
Yeah.
Nah, Baccarat. You ever played Junpei?
Junpei shook his head. He'd barely even heard of the game.
No, never. Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit? See, Baccarat is kinda an unusual game. You got the banker and the player, and the whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win. And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games too. See, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. Of course. If your number's smaller than your opponent's, you lose.
But that's different from the digital root because that is just the ones place.
Yep. And that's it. That's the explanation. Got it?
Because digital root is mod 9 and that's still mod 10.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff. But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have, the strongest hand is a 9. And the weakest hand is a 0. You just ignore the number in the 10 spot. You get it? Yeah?
He hadn't asked for it, but 7's explanation, rushed though it had been, was helpful.
Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules, and if it does, in what manner.
And I guess we try everything.
Feeling more confident, if only slightly, Junpei approached the Baccarat table.
I can see the playing card behind the thick glass case. It's the 8 of spades.
So that's what we have to beat.
So can we make a 9 with 3 cards? What do we got for cards?
We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. With 3 cards. We cannot make 9. We can make 8 currently.
Really?
Yep. 7, 6, 5. That's 18. So that's 8. And we can't make 8 by not going around because 3, 4, 5 is already over 10.
Okay.
And the most so we can at most tie this right now.
Hey, 7, are we really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table. What the hell else would we do? Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in that glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, what 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards. There are a couple indentations with white lines around them, right? Those mean we gotta put down 3 cards, so... place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. And that's what I gotta do, I guess.
Right, so we can't defeat them with an 8.
Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Before I start, I'd better make sure I got the rules straight. There are 3 empty indentations. I just gotta pick a card and play it. I figure if I put them in the right spots, something ought to happen. Alright, let's give this a try.
So if we can match it by doing 5, 6, 7.
All right, if I just put down these 3 cards. Yes, open for me. Great, you did it, Junpei. You think it's telling us to take the 8 card. Come on, let's grab it. All right, let's take this card.
Sweet, got an 8 now.
3 cards I put down are stuck to the table. They won't be going anywhere anytime soon.
Okay, well, I guess they're stuck there. Guess we got an 8 now, though. That's kind of rad. Whoa.
It says 1 on the plate. The main body of the slot machine, there's a coin slot on the upper left. There's a plate that says 2.
Okay, and this one is 3.
This plate says 3.
Oh, so we put the 8 there in that.
Here's the card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. All right, let's give it a shot. And in you go. Hey, all right, it opened up.
Seems we have another device to contend with, yes?
There are 3 slots in this one. Let's see. 3 slots for cards, and there's a 9 right below them. So that probably means we gotta make 9 with the 3 cards we put in the slots, right? Just like what we did over at the Baccarat table. All right, let's give it a shot.
All right, we don't have enough cards for that.
Don't you think maybe we don't have enough cards? Yeah, probably. That means there's gotta be more lying around somewhere.
We gotta find the 2.
We're pretty sure we know where the 2 is. Damn it. This isn't exactly working out the way I had expected.
It's locked, isn't it?
Is there a keyhole? If there is, I can't find it.
Well, there must be some way to unlock it. Let's look around a little more, shall we? All right. So, which one did we... It was the one that was... None of these are... These all start the same.
Can we look once again at the pattern on the wall? I've forgotten the exact order. It was club, diamond, heart, but was it in that order? It was club, diamond, heart in that order. Okay. Okay.
Club, diamond, heart.
Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it.
I'm just looking at the plates right now. Okay, well, let's try them.
The coin slot. How convenient, seeing as we only just now discovered a blue bag full of coins.
Oh, do I have to, like...
All right, let's put a coin from that bag in here.
What happens? I heard an odd noise.
Well, to be honest, I don't know. I pressed some of the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh, looks like the coin got stuck.
Oh dear.
The coins are stuck. Don't think this machine's gonna work anymore. Did the buttons below the thingy do anything? The coins are stuck in there, but good. The machine won't be working anymore. What about the buttons that are right below the symbols?
Oh.
It's the drawer they used to pick up money. It's locked tight. I can't get it open. Okay, those don't do anything.
It says diamond, heart, club across the top there.
It says 1 on the plate. The reel won't move because the coins are stuck. Okay, let's go to the number 2 and let's see if we can interact with any of those things. Heart, spade, and diamond.
Oh, what do you mean?
Symbols on the reels. They're the same as the playing card symbols that I saw over the fireplace, but this is different.
Junpei, are the reels the only place where you see the symbols?
Huh?
Don't you think the symbols might be found in other places as well, apart from the reels? That's diamond. Let's try the third one.
So I've got the symbols for heart, spade, and diamond here. Snake said the symbols might be somewhere other than on the reels.
Slot machine I see. There seems to be a coin slot in the upper left corner. Perhaps you should put the coins we have recently acquired in there. Yeah, but none of the ones of the buttons here seem to match the,
Yeah.
And I don't want
Or
to
on any of them.
jam it up again. Well, I guess let's try it.
All right, let's drop this coin in the coin slot. Come on, you little bastards. I only need one of you. That one seems right. On the left. Which let's try hitting the middle button. Wait, is that one also right? I don't understand the controls.
Really? Really? This is what we're doing?
Yeah?
Are we really doing this?
Seems like it. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Do you want to look up if maybe there's some trick to this that I'm not aware of?
I can if you want, but doesn't seem too weird. Oh, that was it. Interesting, but it didn't do anything.
It wasn't it. It would needed to be a diamond in the middle.
Oh.
Huh. Nope. Well, we'll be here for a little bit. Maybe I'll cut this out. Okay, there's got to be a trick to this, right?
Does there?
What if we get Clover first?
Oh my god. You were right.
God damn it. Yeah, we were overthinking it.
Yep. 777. Yes, 777. And I think I hear something unlocking in there.
Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now. Something akin to a drawer on the bottom part of this machine, yes. It's a pickup drawer for a dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it if you would. What is it? There's something in there.
Yeah, a playing card and this... a key with the Venus symbol on it.
Excellent, Junpei. Now we'll be able to open the gate.
Then we just need to figure out how to get out of this room.
Correct. Come on, Junpei. Hurry up.
And he's off. There was a playing card and a Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card...
Rad. All right, so now
was
we
that
should...
9?
That was a 2, which is what we needed.
So does that add up to 9?
Yep. Two, 3, 4.
All right, so I put all the cards we had left into the slots. What happens now? Is that... Yes, I did hear something from the exit.
Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. Seems the exit is unlocked. Let's go. Radical.
All right, let's go.
Well, that was easy.
This game's cool.
This game is so fun, yeah. You found it. It does very much radiate DS game vibes.
That's fine.
Right, but like that's perfectly fine. Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into a large open room. A room, in fact, that they had been in once before. There was little to surprise them there. They already knew what their next step had to be.
This way.
The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it.
The keyhole with the Venus symbol. The Venus key should work here.
Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. With the distinctive sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open.
Sounds like it did. All right, let's get this thing open. No problem. Let me help with this one.
Junpei grabbed the handle on his left side, and Seven took the handle on the right. On Junpei's signal, they both pushed, and the gate creaked open. Awesome. Sounds as though you have opened it. We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Snake, are you going to be all right? I mean, the stairs.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Good to hear. Let's move.
At Seven's words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. In no time at all, they found themselves on C deck.
Everything looks okay here. We should check the next deck down, just in case.
Whoa, sounded like you for a moment there, Junpei.
That happens.
How did I... Oh my god. It's like some kind of curse. Just check the next deck down, just in case. When he reached the water, he called back up to Snake and Seven.
Just what I thought. D deck is completely underwater. Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The surface of the water below them was flat like a mirror.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the C deck, then.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
They began searching around and taking stock of what was on C deck.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs. There's a card reader between them.
Which one is that?
I don't know. Is that Mars?
No, Mars is the also the male symbol. Is that Jupiter?
And another weird mark. Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus. What? See, it's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right? Yeah, see it? No two ways about it.
Wow, rude.
That was a pretty good one, kid.
Seven tousled Junpei's hair in what he likely thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear Seven had kept his strength in check.
Ow! Would you watch it, man? That hurts. You're gonna break my neck. What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak. Maybe this will toughen you up, huh? If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
Wow, burn. Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he'd gone over to examine the card reader. This is a Mercury symbol. This mark she mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Wings and a staff, huh? So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven? Sounds like Lotus, all right.
You barely know me. Seven shook Junpei's hand even more vigorously, and the younger man began to feel as though his brain was being jostled about inside his skull.
Seven, that's too much. My head.
Junpei's stomach began churning uncomfortably.
I think I'm gonna puke.
Don't puke, buddy. Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left? Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway. They seemed to stretch on forever, and all 3 men suddenly felt very small.
Ah, shit, we're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we? Maybe we can come back here later? We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
To the right of the stairs, another hallway stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the ship.
To the right this time.
After a few moments of moving briskly down the hallway, they merged into an area of roughly the same size and shape as the one at the top of the stairs. On the left side of the room, there were 4 French doors.
There are doors here, too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time. Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there. Okay, I'm on it.
Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. Gave it a small tug and felt it move.
It isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
Three, 7, 8. He simply stood, unable to speak. Seven's eyes opened wide and his mouth gaped. For a few long moments, Seven at least managed to speak.
Hey, what is this place? It's so huge and empty.
A massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. They were simple things, a little more than pipe and thin mattresses.
There are beds everywhere.
Is this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools. Hey, look there, the 4 doors at the end. 3 of them were emblazoned. Oh,
3 of them were emblazoned with large single-digit numbers, which made with thick red paint.
the left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt they're numbered doors. Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank? Does that mean anything? No point worrying about it now. Let's see if this will open first. Yeah, good idea.
The 3 of them threaded their way through the beds toward the back of the room. Upon reaching them, they proceeded to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail.
Yep, locked just like I thought.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules. Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will.
Whoa, check this out.
Suddenly, 7 spoke up, interrupting Snake.
Look at the red, there's nothing on it. Huh? Don't you remember the red back of the main staircase? If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. But this one... there's nothing. Right? You think it's broken. Only one way to find out? Nope, nothing.
Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refused to change. Tried pulling the lever, and still nothing. So they soon discovered it wasn't the only red door on the 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
What does it mean? They gotta be broken. Man, that bastard, I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this. Whoa, Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now? Well, that's the only thing I can think of. This thing ain't working at all.
Oh. While Junpei and 7 talked, Snake busied himself examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke. It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom?
Junpei obliged and bent over to look at the underside of the device.
Huh, there's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something, probably electronic. The other 2 reds are the same. Something's been removed from all 3 of them. I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
So I would assume.
But why? And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
Just then, they heard the sound of a door opening. What now?
The 3 of them turned and saw... Akane! Oh no, Junpei thought it's...
June.
She stopped short, surprised to see them, and was very nearly bowled over by the rest of her companions who were coming through the door behind her.
Ace, Santa, Clover, and Lotus. Guess everyone's here.
Why is there suspicious music? Junpei and 7 were, for the moment, at a loss for words.
What are you guys doing? Why are you, That's my line.
Perhaps we should, exchange information or something. After a moment of silence and surprise, everyone suddenly began to talk, desperate to exchange information. They talked about the rooms they'd been through and how they ended up in the same place. Of course, none of it was very useful information, but that hardly mattered. They're happy to simply see one another again. Though the level of cheer varied greatly from person to person, each one of them was wearing some manner of smile. It was as though they had already forgotten about the death of the 9th man. No, thought Junpei, perhaps it wasn't it. Perhaps thoughts of his death were what drove them to smile at one another. Not in a morbid or hateful way, no. The 9th man had died, but they were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. A sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. He felt sorry for the 9th man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive.
And that's what we know.
With that, Junpei finished his own explanation.
Well, this isn't good at all. If the red is inactive, then we can't keep going.
What about that big hallway? Maybe there's somewhere in there we might be able to go.
No, there's nothing there. The 5 of us had a quick look. Plenty more hospital rooms, but nothing else.
Do you mean all those doors are for hospital rooms?
Yeah, there are a number of individual rooms in addition to this large one.
There was a door at the end of the hallway, but it was locked. It had one of those solar system mark things on it.
It was the Jupiter symbol.
Jupiter, you say?
I wonder what it means.
Confusion seemed to be the consensus.
While we're asking what things mean, what's the deal with this room? I mean, I thought this was a cruise ship, but I can't imagine a cruise ship would have a hospital like this.
No one, not even Snake, appeared ready to offer an answer until Seven unexpectedly spoke up.
Well, I figure it's probably a hospital ship. Chances are it's the Gigantic. The Gigantic?
Junpei looked at Seven, shocked by both his knowledge and apparent identity of their prison. He was not the only one.
What is this Gigantic?
Seven nodded to Lotus and began to speak.
The Gigantic. She was a sister ship to the Titanic, built in the early 20th century. Actually, the Titanic had 2 sister ships, and they looked exactly the same. The Gigantic was said to be one of them. They intended to make a passenger lineup like the Titanic, but World War I began soon after the ship launched. The British Navy took her over and made her a hospital ship. At some point during the war, the Gigantic was damaged by a German mine in the Aegean Sea. She ran aground afterwards, so she didn't end up sunk. What happened to her after that? One theory going round is that a man named Lord Gourdane bought her. Seemed like he'd been one of the few to survive the Titanic sinking. That trauma turned him into some kind of obsessive collector of all things related to the Titanic. Soon enough, the guy wanted the Titanic itself, which was impossible, of course. It's stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. But the Gigantic wasn't, and seeing as she was identical. So, you're saying this Lord Gourdane bought the ship? Yeah, at least I think I am. That's impossible. No way we're in some boat that's almost 100 years old.
Pipe down. Just pay attention, all right? What? That's it? Well, have you got any proof?
Proof?
Proof that this ship is really the Gigantic.
Well, this ship's got stuff that's like the Titanic and a hospital ship, so I just figured...
Oh, for goodness, don't tell me that's your only reason.
No, I got more.
That's a very reasonable... Lotus, why are you being like this?
Like?
Well, I mean...
Seven looked around desperately, doing anything to avoid meeting Lotus's piercing stare. He scratched his head for a moment and then gave up. Finally, he opened his mouth.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed and shook her head.
I guess your memory isn't back yet, is it?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Then, almost as if to save Seven from further embarrassment, a bell began to ring from far away.
Oh, a bell. Sounds like the clock in the main stairway.
Junpei counted each chime carefully.
10, 11, 12. 12.
It's midnight.
Then we've still got 6 hours left, right? Let's get going. We gotta find the missing parts for the Reds.
What do you mean, find? How on earth do you propose we do that?
We looked everywhere in this room,
They had been examining the room as they talked.
but we haven't found anything.
Right.
That only leaves one place to look.
One?
Oh, well, not just one.
Wait, don't tell me you mean we need to search all of these other rooms.
Well, you already checked some of them out before you came here, right?
We each checked out a single room, so 5 rooms in total.
All right, then that's 5 rooms we don't have to search. We just have to split up the rest between the 8 of us. If each of us can do 6 rooms apiece, we'll have the other 48 rooms cleared in no time.
There are 48 other rooms.
Lotus did not seem excited by the prospect. Seven fidgeted nervously before responding.
Maybe? Yeah, that's an interesting number to just have.
He seemed to also know a lot about the ship.
Yeah.
So maybe like he can't. Maybe he genuinely can't remember much about his life, but does still retain knowledge about that. Maybe he's like a historian.
Yeah, he or something. He also knows all the rules of baccarat and
Yeah, he knows all these very useful things,
but doesn't know why
well,
he
I mean,
knows
I
them.
can assume someone might know baccarat. That's if you gamble at
Yeah.
all. That like that's a little less sus. But knowing these specific facts about the ship, about I maybe that's the reason he's here, because someone had to have someone with knowledge of what their prison is.
Yeah.
That's all. You always want to have at least one person with that kind of knowledge to make it all the more terrifying. After some discussion, the 8 of them decided which rooms to begin with and in what order they should go. Junpei was chosen to search the rooms on the starboard side, moving from fore to aft.
All right, so everyone knows which area they're searching. Yeah.
Yeah. They also determined when they would return to report their findings. The next time the clock sounded the time. When it did, they would meet back in the large central room full of beds.
We'll all meet up when the clock goes off again. How about in that room with all the beds?
Yeah, that sounds straightforward enough. If during
their search any one of them were to locate the missing components, they were to yell for the others. I'll shout if I find any of the components what we need.
I hope we can find them within the time limit.
If the strategy failed, they'd return to discuss their options later. If we can't, then we'll just have to come up with another plan.
Right. Then let's do this.
The details decided, they left to begin searching. Out into the hallway they went, into each of the rooms they'd been assigned. However, shall we look from, From far away, Junpei heard the bell ring. Oh, okay, so we're at the point right after they've joined up now.
Yeah.
Oh, and it even shows you which ones are escape rooms. Oh, that's cute.
Convenient.
Convenient. Oh, and we see a branch of 3 because there's going to be 3 doors here.
Sure will.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting that 2 of them seem to meet up in a branch of 3 here, and one of them seems to immediately shunt you into a particular ending.
Yep.
That is fascinating. So if we wind up on the one on the right, we are guaranteed to get whatever that ending is over there.
Sure are.
It did so only once. It was 1 a.m.
It's 1. I better get back to the others.
He jogged through the entrance of the large hospital room to find 6 others already there.
Huh?
Huh? Ace, Santa, Clover, June, 7, and Lotus. They'd gathered in front of the door number 8. So Snake is missing.
Interesting.
And
Just Snake.
just Snake. Perhaps to be accurate, they had gathered in front of the red next to the door number 8.
What are they doing over there?
Had one of them found the missing piece?
What happened, guys?
It was June who answered him. Junpei, look! She's pointing at the red. He pushed through the others until he stood in front of it. Immediately, he knew what she had meant.
Vacant.
Junpei sighed.
Come on, guys. Who was it? I thought we're supposed to yell if we found it.
Well... Junpei wondered why she was hesitating. The others looked as confused as June, but kept their mouths shut.
What the hell? What is up with you guys?
They all knew something he didn't, and Junpei wasn't about to leave things that way. Finally, Lotus frowned and spoke. Well, that's the thing. We don't know.
You don't know.
When I got back, it was already like this. There was no one else here. That means I was the first one back, but missing parts were already back in the red.
What? Let me see.
Junpei looked at the bottom of the red again, just to make sure. The slot that had been open on the bottom was now covered with metal.
You're right, it's in there.
Which means that either one of them found it, brought it back, and isn't telling for some reason, or the person running the game is one of the people on the ship, which is what we suspected.
Mm-hmm. What about the other 2?
They're the same.
Let me take a look.
Junpei quickly examined the other 2 boxes.
It's just as you said.
Satisfied that they were also repaired, but still very confused, he returned to the others.
All right, I just want to be sure here. Nobody has any idea what the hell happened here, right?
Correct.
None whatsoever. Ace and June nodded silently. 7 raised his hands as if to say, not me, and Santa just shrugged. Only Clover lowered her head and did nothing.
Huh? Wait a minute.
That was when he noticed.
Where's Snake?
Junpei swept his eyes across the room for a second time, but Snake was nowhere to be seen.
Does that mean he found them?
I've got no idea. There was nothing to suggest it, but nothing to suggest he didn't either.
I don't suppose we'll know until we can ask him in person.
Well, whatever he did or didn't do, he's pretty damn late. What the hell is he up to?
Maybe he's lost.
Yeah, well, that seems likely. Dude can't see. I don't know how he gets around in the first place.
Clover raised her head.
No, that's impossible.
Suddenly she was shouting.
Yeah, my brother's blind, but he's got really great hearing. He can get around as well as anyone who can see. So he couldn't get lost. That's impossible.
Clover had started to shake, and the knuckles of her hands had gone white. She spun around, but before she did, Junpei noticed tears welling up in her eyes.
I'm gonna go look for him.
The words were barely out of her mouth when she began to run.
Hey, hold on, Clover, wait.
Junpei cried out to her, but he was too slow. She kept going, and before anyone else could react, she was gone.
Well, that didn't work. Damn it, what should we do now?
Well, the red is working now. No, we're not leaving two people behind. We should go look for them.
Oh man, this ain't good. Oh yes, what an excellent idea. We just wasted a bunch of time looking for some piece of electronic junk. Now, let's waste some more by looking for a couple of idiots.
Man, Santa, you kind of suck.
Then remain here if you feel you must, but there's no time. We only got 5 hours left after all.
Junpei and the others nodded to one another, then took off at a run. Can Snake and Clover get out on their own? Because that's 6, right? No, they can't.
They can't.
In front of the stairs that led to B deck, they decided to split up.
Let's split up. You know one thing that could have happened? Suppose Snake catches somebody in the act of placing the thing.
And they
is
incapacitate
suspicious.
him.
They incapacitate him by luring him to go through with them one of the doors. Perhaps door 8. For example, June and Snake could go through 8. But they don't go through with him, so he blows up. So behind one of those doors, we'll open it and find exploded snake.
I like the way you think. That's probably what it would be.
All right, I'll take this direction.
Oh, then I'll look that way.
I mean, even selfishly, you'd want to find him because that's one less number you have to work with when making digital routes, which makes it harder.
Yeah.
Not losing a 9 is one thing, but any other number is going to be valuable.
I'll be over here.
See you all later. Soon, only 2 of them were left. Those 2 were Junpei and June, who had been a few steps behind the others.
All right, we should go too.
Yeah, let's go. Where should we start?
Let's see.
Back to large hospital room. That doesn't seem helpful. Yeah, because we're 11. We can't even get through one of the doors on our own if we wanted to be.
We could the first class cabin, because that's the one that that 7 made sure was open. So that's sus. That's sus. The first class cabin.
Yeah.
Very sus. What about the first class cabin on B deck?
Okay, let's go, Junpei. They took off up the stairs at a run. Outside of the first class cabin, they found Clover. She was standing in front of the wall. She was staring at a meaningless point on the wall, her eyes blank. What should Junpei do?
Let's try talking.
Why would we leave her alone?
Yeah, let's try talking. Are you all right?
He did his best to sound friendly, but Clover didn't respond.
Look, I know you're really worried, but
He could think of no words to say that didn't sound hollow and fake. Junpei hesitated. Clover was so consumed by worry and fear that Junpei feared it would crush her. Her actions didn't surprise him. She had suddenly lost her brother, who she seemed to have been very close to.
alone,
Her voice was thin and barely audible.
alone,
Huh?
alone.
What?
I said, leave me alone.
Suddenly she was screaming.
You're so annoying. Just go away and leave me alone. Just looking at you guys is pissing me off. Go away, okay? Just go somewhere else. Stop bothering me.
Junpei was taken aback. Such anger and hate. Jun's eyes had gone wide with surprise as well.
Why are you still here? Didn't you hear me?
Huh.
Fine, forget it. If you aren't going to leave, then I'll just... All right, let's go, June.
Yeah. They turned and left Clover. So they did. Junpei glanced back over her shoulder to see Clover wiping tears from her face. Clover had driven home the misery of their situation, but Junpei told himself that getting depressed would get him nowhere but depressed himself.
We really need to find Snake for Clover's sake.
He did his best to push away the misery and depression and forced a smile.
So, where do you think we should go next? Maybe the casino? How about the casino?
Let's go take a look. They turned and headed off down the hallway to their right at a jog. Before they knew it, they were there. Where are we right now in the story branch? Okay, we're still in the... Yeah. So it was Lotus. She was leaning against the wall, examining her nails.
Hey, what do you think you're doing?
She glanced up at him, unimpressed. Isn't it obvious? I'm looking for Snake.
I'm just not seeing it.
Really? Well, maybe you need to look harder.
I don't think that's the problem.
Oh, by the way, I've got a proposal for you two. Do you care to hear it? Okay, what? She's number 8.
Mm-hmm.
We're 5 and... So that's... We're 5 and 6, right? That's 19. No. 5 and 6 is 11 plus 8 is 19. Those two together is 2. That can't get us through any of the doors.
Good with 7.
Good with 7. So do you want to see what she has to say?
Yeah, let's see. What is it?
Well, I don't like to beat around the bush, so I'll get right to it. Why don't we team up?
Team up.
Yeah, what do you need me to explain it to you? I'm saying, why don't we go through a numbered door? But if we wanted to, that's impossible. And why is that? Numpy's bracelet's number is 5, mine is 6, and yours is 8. Our digital root would be 1. Yeah, it would be 1. I did the math wrong. So, sorry. It's a weird thing. It's not something I ever needed to do otherwise. Yep. But there's no number 1 door in the large hospital room. The only doors are 3, 7, and 8. Then we add another person. Huh?
Who?
They would have to be Snake or 7.
Mm-hmm.
What, isn't that easy? 7.
Oh, if we add 7. 5 plus 6 plus 8 plus 7 equals 26. The digital root of 26, 2 plus 6 equals 8.
The 4 of them could go through the number 8 door, but...
Wait a minute. What about the other 4? Ace, Snake, Santa, and Clover.
So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Which also adds up to 1, right?
Yeah, because there's no way they could go anywhere. Why didn't you add them up? That was simple enough. 10.
And 1 plus 0 equals 1. The digital root for those 4 would be 1.
That's right.
And you know the number 1 door isn't in the big hospital room,
Of
right?
course I know that. No, are you saying we leave them behind? Of course not. What kind of a woman do you think I am? Once we get off the ship, we could come back and rescue them, couldn't we? Then we wouldn't really be leaving them behind. Don't try to lie to us. I don't think you'd do anything of the sort. And really, why do you think that? You remember, don't you? We have less than 5 hours left. Even if we manage to escape, there's no way we could come back to rescue them in less than 5 hours. Well, you never know until you try.
No, you're not thinking this through. Even if we brought 7 with us, we wouldn't be able to get off the ship. The 4 of us couldn't open door 9. It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
Yeah, that's right. The digital root for the 4 of us would be 8, so we'd have to add Ace to make 9.
That's right. Unless we bring Ace too, we'll be stuck.
Lotus scratched the back of her ear. Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Unfortunate. That's all you have to say.
She didn't sound particularly bothered by what Junpei said, nor did she seem particularly surprised.
Wait. Is there some combination of the ones she suggested that equals 9?
Of the 3 of us?
Yeah.
Plus 7?
Yeah.
That equals 9. So 8, 7, 6, and 5.
Mm-hmm.
You would have to get up to 18.
Mm-hmm.
So no.
Really?
Well, after 18, what else would get you to a 9? That would be 27, right?
Yeah.
8, 7, 6, 5, 15. Yeah, that's... No, that couldn't get you to a 9.
Interesting. Oh, what if she has 2's bracelet? Is there a way out then?
8 plus 7. To get to open a 9 door with 8, 7, 6, 5, and a 2. You want to get through a 9 door? And assuming she has to be one of the ones through it, we start out with an 8, right?
Yeah, so it could be like 8, 7, and 2.
8, 7, 2.
No, that doesn't work.
Nope. Because, okay, so you're assuming you want to open a door, and you have 8, and you're assuming she might have 2's bracelet. Okay, so that starts us out at 10. So you'd have to get to either 18 or 27.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, either way, you'd still need more.
Okay. Huh.
Well, let's try and find another way, all right? A way to get out of here with all 8 of us.
That's impossible. Oh, wow.
That's impossible. Wow, I sounded like you for a moment. That's impossible. Are you being serious? You do know that only 5 people at most can go through one of the numbered doors, right? The number 9 isn't going to be an exception to that rule. Regardless, at least 3 people will get left behind. Huh.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Oh, the moment he said it, Junpei felt a chill run down his spine.
No, wait just a second. You're skipping over a really big detail.
Yeah, what she said was true, but how Lotus could remain cavalier about so terrifying a prospect was beyond him.
Is that really okay? That means 3 people will die in the end. Are you okay with that? That's just...
Lotus's forehead furrowed.
Do you think I could have a moment... Oh, do you think I could have a moment alone? There's some things I need to think about. Specifically math.
Murder math, murder math, murder math.
Oh my god. Junpei and June turned and began walking away from Lotus.
That didn't turn out to be a very pleasant conversation, did it?
Yeah.
Junpei's heart felt heavy and his steps sluggish. But he told himself pessimism would get them nowhere.
Well, regardless,
So he forced himself to smile and turned to June.
let's just focus on finding the snake for now, okay?
Yeah, you're right. I can think about those other things later.
Yeah.
Junpei nodded.
All right, where should we go next? Interesting, we can go back to the first class cabin. Let's go take a look at the first class cabin. It's really close.
They turned around and took off down the hallway to their left. Anything new here?
No one's here. Maybe we'll have more look somewhere else. But where?
Okay. Let's go back to the hallway with all the rooms.
Hey, why don't we go back to C deck? We can take a look at that hallway with all the rooms.
Okay, let's get it going then.
Together, they ran down the stairs.
Oh, it's Ace.
Ahead of them, farther down the hallway, they spotted Ace.
Yo, Snake, where are you? Answer me if you're there.
What should Junpei do? Let's go talk to him.
Yeah.
We don't seem to be losing anything for having these conversations, so let's do it.
Let's go.
With June in tow, Junpei jogged up to Ace. Hearing their footsteps, he turned to greet them.
Oh, hello there. Snake is, well, it's obvious, isn't it? Assume you haven't found him yet.
Yeah, doesn't seem like you're having any luck either.
Really wonder where he could have gone.
Oh, well, wherever he's disappeared to, we must find him as quickly as we can, for Clover's sake.
Right.
Cute. June's face looked kind of enraptured. Aww.
By the way, do you think Clover and Snake are really siblings?
Why would you say that?
Why would you say that?
The question seemed somehow odd to Junpei.
Why? Well, it's obvious, isn't it? They don't look alike at all.
Ace looked at him for a moment, then spoke.
Yeah, you know, now that you mention it, they don't.
Now that you mention it.
Still, there are a great many siblings who don't look like one another. Certainly isn't rare.
Junpei wasn't sure why or even if he was seeing what he thought he was, but could have sworn that Ace's face tightened as he spoke.
At any rate, we must really find Snake as soon as possible. Clock is ticking. We really can't afford to waste any time here. Very well, let's get back to the search, shall we? Leave this area to me.
All right. Let's go, Jumpy.
Why would Ace be... I mean, they could be adopted. Like, that doesn't have to be
Yeah.
a point of suspicion, so why is it?
I don't know.
At June's urging, they left. They found themselves back at the stairs, but Junpei's mind was in turmoil.
Something about that was, I'll think on it later. Like Ace said, finding Snake is our top priority.
Junpei did his best to clear his mind.
All right, where should we go next?
Gets back to the large hospital room.
Why don't we go back to the big hospital room?
Okay, let's go then. They turned and headed back toward the large hospital room.
Hey, wait, that's,
On the way to the large hospital room, Junpei and June noticed Santa standing next to the number 3 door.
Santa.
Junpei paused. Of course we're going to talk to him. Junpei and June walked up to Santa.
What are you doing? What? You can't tell? I'm checking out the red.
Why? Is there something bothering you?
What? It's not bothering you?
Huh?
This, the guts of this red. Why wouldn't you wonder who the hell put it back in here?
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm curious too, but...
Who do you think did it?
Santa's eyes narrowed as he looked at June. She shook her head. I don't know.
Well, what about you, Junpei? Who do you think fixed this thing for us?
Snake, Lotus, Zero, someone other than the 8 of them. We can cast Sus right now if we want to. That's interesting.
I do also like that Zero and someone other than the 8 of them are 2 different answers.
Yeah. Zero's an interesting one because, right? Because what would a bracelet of Zero be?
Yeah.
For now, if you wanted to, like, if you wanted to be mathy about it, Zero would have had to have had the bracelet number 9, which is the same as 0 mod 9.
Yeah.
They effectively had the same thing when doing digital roots. But someone other than the 8 of them.
I think it's 0.
Want to say 0?
Yeah. I think it was probably 0. Why? Isn't that obvious? He's the guy that set this whole thing up. You don't think that should mean the opposite? Seems to me like that means he didn't do it. I mean, who do you think took that stuff out in the first place? Probably 0. Yeah, exactly. Then why the hell would he put them back in after he'd taken them out himself? It just doesn't make sense. Why do all that work? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. So what happened then? Who put that stuff back in the reds?
Junpei furrowed his brow.
So, in other words, one of us is the person who fixed the red.
Santa grinned.
Bingo, we have a winner. But if that's true, then the person who did it doesn't want the rest of us to know that they fixed it. Yeah. But why? No idea. Maybe if they come clean on that, it means we'd find out something else, something bad. Something bad. Dunno, but whatever it is, it's gotta be worth hiding. Of course, it could have something to do with Snake's disappearance. You think maybe they did something to Snake? Yeah?
Junpei stared at Santa. There was something about him that made Junpei wary. First, he'd assumed the other man wasn't terribly clever, but Junpei was beginning to think that he would need to reevaluate that assessment. When Santa spoke again, his voice was quiet.
Look, if you trust anybody in this game, you're gonna lose. You gotta be careful. The person you trust the most could turn out to be the one who stabs you in the back.
What? With that depressing suggestion, he turned and quietly walked away.
And that's that, I guess.
Woo! Junpei and June looked at one another and smiled awkwardly. Where would they go next? I guess we're done now.
Yeah.
They looked everywhere they could think of, but Snake was nowhere to be found.
So that's interesting. So, my theory, Zero is there with them. Zero's the one who fixed it. The purpose was to create a barrier to ensure no one went ahead before
Everyone
the
could
whole group arrived.
Okay, so just like a procedural thing, just to make sure everyone was gathered there before they...
Yeah, because there's
the possibility that one group could have gotten there before the other, then two, and then that somehow some of them could have also gotten through one of those doors.
Yeah.
If they had spread it up in a particular... That makes sense, I guess. Just like being a very boring procedural reason.
Mm-hmm.
But Zero, that means it still means Zero is among them.
Yeah.
Among them. Snake hasn't been anywhere we've searched. Lotus looked around at 6 frustrated faces and spoke. We can't keep looking for him. Wherever he is, it's not here. We need to get moving. Junpei couldn't disagree with what she was saying. Snake seemed to have completely disappeared. There was no point to wasting any more time. The others seemed to be having similar thoughts, but they stayed silent. Finally, Seven spoke.
We don't got a choice. Lotus is right. We're not going to find Snake. There's a problem, though. We got to figure out who's going to go through which door.
Yeah, I have a proposal. She walked back and forth across the floor, her heels clicking against the wood. Finally, she stopped. Why don't we decide on one person to sacrifice?
Sacrifice?
Well, perhaps it's a bit of a harsh word, but yeah. You've all figured it out by now, haven't you? We can't all make it through those doors. Oh. I hadn't sit down to map that out. If we split into 2 teams of 4 and 3 people, respectively, 3 people will be left behind. Split into 2 teams of 5 and 2 people, respectively, 2 people will be left behind. But if we split into 2 groups of 3 and leave 1 person out, only 1 person will be left behind. Wait, because how many people are there? 7 currently,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, shit.
Is that how that breaks out? I'll have to do the math between episodes since we're getting out the end of this one here. Leaving 3 people behind with 2 teams of 4 and 3. Oh, we're going to have to do some math right now.
Interesting.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut the episode right here. And while we're in the episode break, I'm going to do some math.
Oh, yeah.
Sound like a plan, Stan?
Sure does.
All right. So we'll see you all in just a hot minute here.
Smash that like, comment and subscribe.